Hey guys, so you guys just saw, if you were just watching, you saw my my theme Thursday, my theme Thursday video. But now I want to do one of the tag videos. This one is something different. I haven't seen it before. The tag was called by Boylovesdolls, which, guys, if you haven't checked out his channel, you definitely want to check it out. He's got a pretty awesome channel. I've been kind of going through his videos. I know he's also on Instagram, and I believe it's under the same, I want to say it's under the same name. So, he decided to do a fall tag. And so, I have little Miss Anaya with me, and I'll show you guys what she's wearing. She is in her Made You Smile. She's wearing some little pink pants. And for those that can't see, she's just wearing a little socks. And then she's wearing her brand new headband that we got. We got these through Amazon. Actually, I got a couple different ones. This one was a 10-pack, I believe. So I ordered two, so that way Tambry and her could wear matching ones sometimes. Really cute. And then we ordered two other styles, which I'll show you guys in my next video tomorrow. Okay, so the first question on the fall tag, and mind you, these are not reborn related. They are just fall related. So the first question is pumpkin spice latte or hot chocolate. Okay, I'm going to give you the scoop here. I hate pumpkin spice. I hate it. That's not to knock anybody that does like it, but yeah, I'm over the whole pumpkin spice. Yeah, no. Hot chocolate's my thing, but truthfully, I don't really drink a lot of those sweet drinks, and when I do, actually, it's neither one of those. I like hot apple cider, but if I had to pick from the two, it would definitely be hot chocolate. The next question is Thanksgiving or Halloween. Last month we talked about this. My thing is Halloween. My anniversary is on Halloween. So I have a thing for it. I like to dress up to, it's a carefree holiday. That being said, I do like Thanksgiving. Not so much for the food as much as that's when I really get to see most of my family. It is a big deal in my family to get together on Thanksgiving and Christmas. So, of course, it has its pluses, but I really like Halloween. Number 3, do you shop on Black Friday? Wow. I used to not. I used to think anybody that shopped on Black Friday was crazy, and what the crap were they thinking? When I got married, my husband's sister and I were already very good friends beforehand, and she always talked about the fun that her and her mom had and waiting up until the middle of the night, and I'm just like, no, I'm good. But we went to their house one Thanksgiving, and they were going, and we decided we would just tag along, see how it was. And that was probably the most fun I had ever had. I love to go. We have a 4-person team when we go, because we usually go with them, her and her husband. And so I'm like the 10 basket holder, because I don't do well in crowds, that big of crowds, and my husband and her are all runners, and then we all meet, which is really funny, we all meet in the shoe department, because nobody's ever in the shoe department, and we go through and sort through. So yes, I am a Black Friday shopper, but I did not start off as one. Best way to spend a rainy day. Well, my preference on a rainy day, I like to cuddle up. I like the house to be really cold, and so when it's raining, even in the summer, I'll drop the air down, which I really shouldn't, but I do. And I like to bundle up, and I like to watch movies or sleep, because let's just be honest, rainy days make everybody sleepy. So I do like to do that, but mostly I enjoy just cuddling up and watching movies. And usually during the summer, if it's like that, we and my kids are home, of course, and so we just do like a big movie day, especially if it's going to be one of those like raining all day kind of things. If it's just a shower, but if it's like a all day, you know it's going to rain all day, that's what we do. Okay, so number 5 is apple pie or pumpkin pie. That's a tough one. I actually prefer pumpkin pie. I do like apples as just a fruit, but I don't like the way the texture they get when they are cooked. And so I really prefer pumpkin pie, especially my mom's. Number 6 is scariest movie you've ever seen. Oh, I would say the time when I was younger, it was the whole Freddy Krueger series. Now it is the Saw movies. And actually, it's probably really not a scary movie. That one's kind of a suspense movie. But it scares the living crap out of me. I hate that movie. For our anniversary, my husband and I decided we were going to do like a double feature. We went and saw the new Jigsaw, and then I had to go see It again because I love the movie It. And I spent half of the movie like this, peeking over my blanket, because I took a blanket with me. It's always cold in our theater. Just like, I hate that movie. And that does scare I have nightmares after watching that movie. I hate that movie. Okay, so the next one is favorite fall accessory. Well, okay, yeah, we don't have fall here. In the Gulf Coast of Texas, we only have 2 really and truly seasons. We have summer, maybe 11 months out of the year, and we have winter for maybe a week and a half, and then the other 2.5 weeks, it's hit or miss. And that's not a joke. It is, yeah. So we really don't have fall accessories, but if I had to choose one, if I was to live in a place where it would be fall, I would have to say would probably be fuzzy boots. I like fuzzy boots. I don't wear them because it's never cold enough to really wear them, but that would probably be what it is. You have winter for 4 months. Yeah, we don't have winter. Our winter consists of maybe 2 or 3 days in the 30s, if that. And then a lot of days in the 60s like it was spring. And then a whole lot of days in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, I hate it. When I was younger, it was different. We actually had seasons, but we don't anymore. So, I wish I lived where it snowed, because I want snow bad. The least favorite thing about fall, and this is the last one. Well, even though we don't really have a fall, we do have, the leaves turn brown and all that. And that's probably the thing I hate the most. Because we have a lot of crepe myrtle trees. I don't know if you guys know what those are, but we have a lot of crepe myrtles around us, and we did when I lived at home with my mom and dad, and they're so pretty in the spring. They have these beautiful pink and white buds, and they look like little pieces of crepe paper, and they're beautiful until the fall, when they fall. And if they fall on your car, they stain your car, and I hate that. As well as I'm not a big, let's go play in the leaves. I hate that. I can't, and it's one of those, you could sweep the driveway, finish sweeping the whole driveway, turn around, and the driveway's covered in leaves again. It's futile. I hate it. So it would probably be the leaves. This is just me, the whole pumpkin spice thing. It's got to go. Or it's got to settle down a little bit. Let's have some apple cider one year, or hot cocoa, whatever. We got to get off this whole pumpkin spice thing. It's driving me crazy. So that's my fall tag. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I understand that some of it is pretty funny. And I hope everybody else is good. And I just saw your message that she said I would see a lot of snow. Please, 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 if you get snow, please send me pictures of snow. I'm a winter baby anyway. I was born in December, and so I really would love to have snow. I had one really magical birthday. Oh gosh, it's probably been 10 years. Actually, it's been over 10 years. It was probably been about 12 years ago. And it snowed on my birthday in December, which is very unusual. Usually if we get snow here, it's in like January, February. Oh yes, please, 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 if you had snow, tag me on Facebook, because I would love to see it. But it was so strange. I kept telling my mom, I'm going to get snow this year. I wished for snow. I wished for snow, and that's what I'm going to get on my birthday, no less. And she, of course, my mom's laughing at me like, yeah, no. Because my birthday is also at the very beginning my birthday's at the very beginning of December. And so, of course, also, it's not very cold there at the beginning of December. There have been Christmases we've had the air conditioner on and wearing shorts and flip-flops. So, sure enough, I get home from work. She's like, let's go out and shop. Let's go out and shop and we'll go out to eat. And I said, okay. So out we went, and we were actually in a Radio Shack. And I happened to turn around and look out the window while she was buying something, and I'm like, Mom, is that snow falling? Because I kept seeing like little things just kind of hit or miss. And of course, like the skeptic that she was like, no, that's not snow falling. That's ash from somewhere. And I'm just like, where would there be ash? Where is a strip mall? But I didn't say anything. I waited till we got out to the car, and we were sitting there. She was showing me her purchase, and I was watching the windshield, and I kept seeing little spits touch. And it would touch and then would disappear. And I was like, Mom, that's snow. And she's like, no, it's not. And I'm like, yes, it is. Look. And sure enough, it had started snowing. And she was like, oh, wow. So she's like, well, I guess you got your wish. A few spits. Well, by the time we left from where we were at and we drove, I think it was maybe 3 miles down the road to Old Navy, because we were going in to get some other stuff in Old Navy. It was it was heavy snowing. Like, heavy snowing. And she was like, wow, that's so neat. It is snowing. And we spent the rest of the evening out shopping, eating, and just really enjoying it. And it was so funny because she's like, it's not going to stick. You know that. It's not going to stick. So just don't get excited. Yeah, we woke up the next morning to my car covered in snow. So I was one time I proved her wrong. And I told her the next year it was going to snow on my birthday. It did not snow on my birthday, but it snowed the day after. And I told her, I was like, I got the magic touch. Now, of course, I've asked for that ever since, and I didn't get it again. So, yeah, that was my, like, one time I got what I wanted, and yeah, it didn't happen again. And I doubt it ever does again. So, oh, hold on just a second. I can see you guys talking. Oh, Reborn Doctors, your birthday is on the 2nd. Oh, well, happy early birthday. You got one coming real close. My birthday is on the 10th. Which is really funny because both of my girls are within 5 days of me. 5 and 10 days of me. So, as my husband always says, he goes, I'm like screwed for 15 days. And I'm like, yeah, and then you have Christmas. So, but my birthday is on the 10th, and, Rustic Alaskan, you were asking where am I? I actually live in Texas. I live, in the Houston area. I don't actually live in Houston itself. I live in the surrounding areas of Houston. And so we're very, very close to the water, and we're very, very close to the ocean. So when we get snow, I mean, we're close enough in from the coast where I live that we'll get some. But, of course, it's never like a huge amount. And when it does snow where we live, it either doesn't stick or you get like maybe 2 inches. And it's not the kind of snow like you guys get. We get that wet, sticky, doesn't really stick. It's just kind of mushy. It's not really like that pretty powdery white snow. That's what I want. I have family that, oh, I'm sorry, I kicked the stand. I have family that lives up in the north, in Michigan and Nebraska and stuff like that. And it is so beautiful. They're always like, oh, well, we'd give you the snow. And I'm like, oh, well, you could take this hot because I hate this. And it's so funny. But then I was talking to them, one of them the other day, they were like, oh, I don't want to move there. You guys talk about it being hot all the time. And I'm like, yeah, I said, it's November and it's 80 degrees here. Unusual. We're actually looking at having a semi-cool Thanksgiving, which usually on Thanksgiving it's hot and muggy here. And surprisingly enough, it looks like we're going to have a cool one. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Surprisingly enough, I think we're going to have a cool one. It won't be cold, but at least it'll be cool. So, I mean, that's something for us to be excited about. So, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know why I've been sneezing all day. So, that's my fall tag. I am going to do another one here in just a second. And I don't know if I think I'm going to go ahead and do it separately. So, definitely be looking. I'm about to start another one here in a second. But this one is from Don't Worry Baby Reborn. Your kids grew up in Minnesota. Yeah, the weather is really weird because we've actually had a cooler fall, I guess is what you would call, since the hurricane came through. Now, that being said, usually in Texas, if a hurricane comes through and it's like a really bad hurricane, we will have a cooler winter or a warmer. It goes either way. Usually it's a cooler winter, I guess because the water has cooled down since it goes through. But that being said, it was really strange because we had a very cool summer too. I mean, I guess if you can call in the low 90s cool, but versus what we're used to with like really hot in August. I mean, it was hot, but not like it used to be. I mean, we used to have some really hot summers, and about the last 2 years, they've been cooler or they've been windy. Usually here, it's not, by August, it's very still, it's muggy, it's hot, it's very oppressive feeling. And really the last 2 years, it's been hot, don't get me wrong. And, you know, there are days you walk out and think, I'm just going to melt down onto the ground, especially with the humidity, but it hasn't been like it used to be. So I don't know what's up with this weather. I'm sure I know what it is with global warming. But I think we're probably going to have a cooler winter. I just don't think it's going to be like I want, where it's like in the 30s for days on end, and you know, you get to wear your big coats and all that. I wear my big coat maybe once a year, maybe. My husband laughed because he was like, "Why don't you wear your big coat anymore? Much more? You don't wear it very much." I'm like, "Do you not look at me? I'm a giant polar bear, and cold doesn't bother me. I'll walk around in 30 degrees in my shorts and a pair of flip-flops, and he's bundled up to his eyeballs. He's like, "Aren't you cold?" No. I'm not. I mean, now once my feet get cold, then that's it. I'm cold for the rest of the day. But, I mean, cold doesn't affect me that way. So that's part of the reason why I want to move up north where it's cold, because I think I would be happy there. But then again, I've also heard that their summers are not the same. It's very dry up there. I have been in Utah, where my uncle went, where my uncle lived one vacation, and it was so dry. And I guess because we're so used to the humidity here, I spent like the whole week we were there with nosebleeds and chapped lips, and I was like, I don't like this. This sucks. So again, you know, it's one of those grass is always greener on the other side, and it's usually not. I just want to see one winter where it snows, and just like real snow. Somebody told me, like, go to New York, and I was like, no, I want to go to like Nebraska, Minnesota, Montana. I want to go where like they're having blizzards and, you know, 15 feet of snow, and I'm stuck in the house for days. And yeah, I was like, oh, that's what I want to do. You got nothing but rain all summer till it froze and snows. Yeah, we had a lot of rain too. Of course, then we had the hurricane come through and we had a ton of rain. So, yeah, the weather's been weird this year. Very, very, very weird. I don't get it. I'm hoping that this was just a fluke this year, but something tells me we're back into another trend of weather patterns changing again. I don't know. I'm not a meteorologist, but that's just that's how everything seems to be going along. So, all right, I'm going to cut this video. Let me get Tambry, because I'm going to have Tambry in the next video. And I'll do that tag video, and we'll talk for a little bit, because, I've got time to talk. So, definitely please join me, Reborn Doctors, Rustic Alaskan. I know I had, my babies are... I know I had her. My Babies Are My World. And I want to say Bub and Squirt was in here as well. So be looking. Give me about 2 minutes and I'll start my next one. So I love you guys.